Hello, hello. My name is Sasha with Ray of Hope, Reiki, and more. This is our live for our relationship readings. I am going to go live again tomorrow after I get back from the chiropractor. I think it says 8:30 as well, but it'll be after I get back from the chiropractor, not which I think is like 9 or 10. It's probably more like 8:30, 9:30. Probably be back from the chiropractor tomorrow. I am doing relationship readings for 25, and I'm also doing a chakra scan for 15. The 15 is at $5 off, and then the relationship reading is $5 off, so that is a nice deal for going live. If you like the relationship readings that you're seeing me do, and you would like to do that privately, just message me and I will get you on the private list. And how I do that is I just, when I have time and I have the energy and I'm able to channel in the moment, is when I'll just send you the message through Messenger. And then you'll have all the messages of the relationship reading. And I won't go past them, so it'll be sometime this month. I just can't give an exact date because I am a mom to an autistic child. I am a mom to an active child. We're starting wrestling this month. I have a husband who also has a lot of appointments and scheduling stuff, so that's why I don't want to give specific dates, because you never know. I have a sick kid home today and a sick husband, and I wasn't planning on that. I was like, I'm supposed to be live for 2 hours. So I have set the child up with Ice Age, and I have, hopefully you can hear me better now. Can you hear me better? Are you in here, Crystal? If not, I don't know. It's just the iPad. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Perfect. Is the sound better? Is Crystal in here? I don't know if she was under New Beginnings or... Is Crystal in here? I don't know if she was under New Beginnings or... Is that like spiking because my my phone's doing that? Can you hear me good? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me good? Somebody's in here watching. Somebody tell me if the sound is good. Maybe I'll make Troy hop in here. Tell me if the sound is good. That's the worst part about the lives, is like the technical stuff, and then I'm just not good at that. Can you hear me? So yeah, I'm doing relationship reading and chakra readings, and I think I have it up at the top. I don't think, I could probably pin the, let me do that too. Where is that? Maybe add a new one. Nope. Let's go into here. I do have 2 people on my list for the relationship readings. Hello. Thank you, Troy. Can you hear me? Crystal said that she was having a hard time hearing me. And then when I tried to listen to it on my phone, it kept screeching because I think so I can't tell if it's good or if it's screeching or whatnot. So relationship, I think it sounds good. Thank you for 35 or 25. And then chakra for 15. And then I can pin that comment. Pin comment. Look at you. Doing perfect. Thank you. Okay, we are ready to go. Woohoo! So this is the relationship reading. The questions that, and when I do one of these spreads, what I do is I look online and I try to find a spread that I like and that resonates with me, and then I always come to all my cards and I start putting, like intuitively putting my sets of cards in the spread, and then I have to read myself in order to see if I like the way the spread comes together and then if it resonates with me, and it did, so I know that this is a good spread for the relationship reading. The first section I asked in the relationship reading, so you'll get all these questions for your relationship as well, is what is the energy between us? And I was trying to channel for me and my husband, and if that's the person that you have in mind when you get the relationship reading, hopefully that's what your spirit team allows to come through. It could also be a past relationship, it could also be a friendship, a soul connection of any kind. So make sure you write the reading down and the stuff that I say, even if you don't think it resonates at the moment, there's a reason I say things, and a lot of people will come back and be like, that didn't resonate then, but when I talked to my husband, he reminded me of this, this, and this. Or when I talked to my bestie, she was like, yeah, you do have stomach issues. What are you talking about? You're always doing this, this, and this. Like, sometimes in the moment when we're getting the reading, we're so caught up in the energy that we're not catching things. So always write it or screen record, I don't care. But what is the energy between me and my partner? And this, I have the soulmate connection, and then this card, this card's meaning actually isn't what spirit told me. So a lot of the times I'll just go with the energy of the cards. It takes me to a memory, a place, or whatnot, and it was talking about how we have a very soulmate connection and that we make each other feel like home. And then the next question I have is, how do I really feel about my partner? And my partner, like, he gives me a lot of hope. There's a lot of abundance in this relationship. There's a lot of faith, building stuff that we've been through. So it totally makes sense. And then the third question will be, how do I feel when we're together? And I feel friendship, balance, harmony. I feel better off. I feel happiness. I feel clear head. It clears my head space. I have a different perspective on life. It is artist, yeah. I almost cried. And I was like, wow, this is crazy. And then the fourth question that I'll ask is, what is the greatest strength of the relationship? And I didn't read the bottom parts. And it's our spiritual connection. It's our seek for knowledge and truth. It's our understanding of each other and the world around us. It's our ability to protect and love each other and be loyal to each other. It's our ability to be honest and open. Like, this is our strengths. And then it was like, what is the challenge in our relationship is the next question. And I got, you have different ideas about love and intimacy. And that makes sense because his love language is so much different than my love language. And his PTSD is so much different than my PTSD, and we expect different things from each other. And so that is one of our biggest challenges, because the way that I show love doesn't necessarily make him feel loved. Like, I like to do acts of service. By the way that I maintain the house and the family, that shows that I'm loving. And he likes words of affirmation, and I hate talking to, like, I hate forcing myself to force affirmation. Yeah. And then what does my partner need more of, or what does my relationship, does this relationship want more from me? And so I was thinking, he wants more passion. He wants more love in his love language. He wants more excitement. And then what do I want more in the relationship? And I want him to live in the moment more. I want him to stop looking at the past and the future and stressing himself out. And I want him to just be in the present and be grateful for the things that he has. And I was like, resonate, resonate, resonate. And then the last question is, what step can I take to tighten our bond? And I got the hawk spirit, and this talks about allowing your spirit guides to guide you. So I do feel like I have stepped back in our relationship in order to be less controlling and less judgmental. And I know that there's things I need to work on in the relationship, and I'm working on those things. So I feel like leaving it up to my spirit guides and guiding me in the way that I need to go is already what I'm doing. And then to have courage, strength, and to embody that solar plexus chakra, like, coming through to help our relationship. So that was my relationship reading. So that's kind of what it's about. Yours may not be exactly like that. Don't get mad at me if you get a bad relationship reading. Remember that it's from your spirit guides, your spirit teams, and it's what they want you to hear in the moment or right now. And then I can also do a chakra scan for 15. So I will tune into your energy. I am finishing my Reiki Master, and I've been using energy work for 3 years. And I don't even know that I would technically class myself as a Reiki person, because I do a lot of different energy things at this point. Within the 3 years, I just intuitively allow my spirit guides to guide me when I tune into people's energy. So I can go through and see each chakra and tell you if there's things that I feel in those chakras and which one you should be working with more. And then if there's a specific place that's bothering me, I'll look it up in the book. My favorite book. And then we'll see maybe if there's something emotionally that applies that you need to purge and let go of at this time. Okay, I am ready. I am ready to start. This dragon's blood incense is kind of being weird. I see you now, Sam. I see you now. Good grief. Yeah, Facebook's on one. Facebook is on one. It says, and now I see you're watching too. I can see it now. Hey girl, hey. I can see 5 people are watching. I don't know how well this live is going to do, because there are some technical issues. Are we in a retrograde? What is going on? I don't know. Are we close to the full moon? We have to be close to the full moon, right? Let's look it up. Yeah, it's on Wednesday. Right? Yeah. So that makes sense. Maybe it was your iPad? Well, I'm on the iPad too, which I don't normally do. Are you trying to comment too, Crystal? That's a very naughty word. I see that comment on my phone, but I don't see it on my iPad. It's probably because it's going to be a lot of energy. She tried to record our couple, not our couples, but our in bulk sound bath that was so stinking amazing. The guided meditation on that, I'm going to record it and put it on my YouTube. It was so good. She said she tried to record like several different times and it never let us record. Because we were going to do like short videos or stuff for posting, but with the amount of energy she was pushing and the amount of energy that I was pushing and pulling, like it was not happening. So, and the energy already feels kind of weird today. Yesterday it felt very light and like the birds were so happy and cheery, and then today feels kind of like meh, meow. No, that is a multitask. That is multitasking. I cannot do that. I have to do one thing at a time. So I'm gonna start by shuffling my cards. Do you want me to do yours first, Crystal, or do you want me to do Jen's? I'm doing Jen's as a fun, just for fun. So that's one thing about my readings. I usually pick somebody that I feel like needs one for free, and I will do one free one during these. Crystal, crystal. Relationship reading. Troy's upstairs sick, and Cutler had to stay home sick, and Connor did go to school medicated. Everybody just kind of got sick so quickly. Yes, these are paid readings, so it's $25 for the relationship one, and then it's $15 for a chakra scan. $15 for a chakra. Crystal tried to time travel in the middle of our sound bath last night. About gave me a freaking panic attack. Do hers first. Okay, perfect. Jen. My rooster. I was like, I messaged her this morning. She's home. Lily's homesick. It's so weird because she lives in Maine. If you don't know Intuitions and Creations, or the Jen I'm talking about, that's her business page. It's Intuitions and Creations. She does our wire wrapping. She does like custom tree work. She does custom crafting with wire wraps. She also has like cups and bags and all sorts of stuff that she can put stuff on. And got it, Sam. Gotcha, girl. You would swear that we are together every week. Like our families get together. She's just with us because every time her family gets sick, my family gets sick. And every time my family gets sick, her family gets sick. And I'm like, do we live in the same town? Like, what's going on? You might as well be like living in my house. So when she said her kids were sick, I was like, anytime one of us says that, we make, it makes each other mad. So I'm going to start with hers. And I'm going to put Sam down because I see you. Sam. Okay, love you, girl. See you later. Alright, we're going to start with Jen. Calling forth Jen's guides to work with my guides for love and light, for her better purpose, for this relationship, and guidance that she is needing currently in this moment for her highest good. Interesting. So I will do the reading. I'm going to pull all the cards and then I'll say the reading at the end part. Come on, Jen. She doesn't want to share her emotions. And that is why. Okay. Don't be throwing it on the floor. That is way too many. Try again. She's going to be mad about this reading. Remember, you guys signed up for the relationship readings. Maybe this is why I don't do relationship readings. Can we just say that? Oh, why do you keep throwing them on the floor? Okay, I love her. You don't stop that. Okay, here we go. For my rooster. For my little rooster. Whatever relationship we're channeling right here. This, what is the energy between this relationship? It is a higher purpose. It is a higher vibrational relationship. It is teaching. It is a teaching relationship. It's a relationship that's going to help you heal a You're probably anticipating the reading. It's going to help you heal generational lines. Like this relationship that we're talking about here brings you to taking leaps of faith and learning how to forgive and love and let go. This relationship doesn't just heal your generations to come, your generations that are here. It heals the past generations. This is a powerful relationship that they're talking about. How do I feel about my partner? Rejected, abandoned, dismissed. I hope she's not watching. Watch this. Irrational fear. That's how you're feeling currently with this relationship. That should give you validation to which relationship this is. How do I feel when we're together? very conflicted, very hot and cold, very indecisive. Like there's decisions that need to be made in the relationship, but we're having a hard time making them. What is the greatest strength of this relationship? Is your connection to the spirit realm. Again, like this is, you're both connected to the stars. You're both connected to a divine purpose. You're both have a lot of ability to absorb and transmute energy. What is the biggest challenge that we're having in our relationship currently? Is the desire for freedom. Both of you are feeling very constrained and like you want to run away from the relationship, but we just need to release the control of things and allow each other to feel free, to run free. What does your partner need in the relationship? He needs more grounding. I just heard energy work. He needs more energy work, more grounding, more time in nature, less time cooped up in the house. That's where he likes to be though. But he needs more grounding. And what do you need in the relationship? You need to feel like you're in control, which makes some sense. You need to feel like you're in control. So you both want to be free. Oh, sorry, I shook that. But you're wanting to feel like you're in control, and you're wanting your hard work to be acknowledged for the success of your relationship, your family. What are steps we can take to tighten the bond? Recharging, reflecting. I feel like taking a trip. Hello. I feel like this is telling me we need to take a trip. There needs to be a lot of manifestation going on with the relationship. And that there's always enough gratitude for what you guys have. So being grateful for what you have, manifesting what you don't have, and taking a trip. So that's for my rooster. If you watched secretly, I love you. And if you are rewatching, I love you. Okay, next one's going to be Crystal, and then we have Sam on the list. All up in your guys' business today. All up in your business. I guess I should probably keep my phone open. Just in case there's comments that I don't see. Miss Crystal. Let's start pulling cards for Crystal. So let's cut some cords. And pull some cards for Miss Crystal and her relationship. I don't like that. I'm going to try again. Interesting. Okay, I'm going to pull all the cards like I did last time, and then I'll come through at the end and tell you the relationship reading portion. How do you feel about your partner, Miss Crystal? And how do you feel when you're together? What is the greatest strength of your relationship? Rude. Rude. Can we keep them on the table? Not nice. Oh my gosh. Of course. That's cute. What's the biggest challenge? Wow, hit me in the face with that. Ah, okay. What does he need? Or whoever we're talking about. In. Ooh, I like that. And what does she need? What is wrong with you? We all want control. Control! And what steps can I take to lighten the bond, tighten the bond? You got the same one as me. Crystal. Do you want another one for this? That's too much. 4 cards. You don't need that much work. Holy crap, you're just going to keep giving me a book. Okay, setting intention for 1 card. The best card for this. Thank you. Patience. Okay, okay. Let's do the channel portion. This feels very karmic, like a karmic relationship. It feels like a lesson relationship. It feels like a mathematical equation. That's what it like. That's what I see as a lot of like equations, and like you're supposed to realize what's not for you and be okay with it. And learn to balance the need for being first in the relationship. Okay. How do I really feel about my partner? This is how it landed, like this. I feel like we're fighting like this portion, and it's because of the feelings of this. Like we feel like disappearing, we feel invisible, unheard, and then, but there's the possibility of being free-spirited, of being adventurous, of taking risks. Like there's this, it's like the fork in the road, just like this was. Like there's a lesson. This is a lesson. This is a karmic relationship. That's what this is. My phone's probably gonna ring to tell me my son's homesick. How do I feel when we're together? Currently, right now, you feel very bored, empty, and hollow. There's not like, we're not, you know, like the infinity sign. Anytime I'm doing like a couples sound bath or like couples work, I like to push the infinity sign through the couple and like through the heart chakra to allow them to connect. And it just looks like disconnected, like this. Like there's not we're not connected right now. What is the biggest strengths in this relationship that we're talking about? Your connection to nature, to healing through nature, when you're good, there's a lot of joy and happiness and freedom and angelic energy surrounding you. This relationship is a lot about finding your inner voice and speaking your inner voice. So there's that lesson in there too, like the lightning, finding your voice. Like that is one of the biggest benefits of this relationship, is finding your voice, feeling the angelic energy and healing through nature. Okay, what is the biggest challenge we're going through currently, right now? Is getting caught up in drama and not seeing the peace and not seeing the things to be happy for. Like you see how she's in the tornado. She doesn't see anything else. She doesn't see the world around her. She just sees the chaos. She just sees the feelings of wanting to disappear. She just feels the emptiness. She doesn't see that there's actually beauty all around her. There's actually possibilities and chances for good. And what does the partner in this relationship need? He needs more abundance in feeling like the man in the relationship. He wants to feel empowered and like his voice matters and like his direction matters. And he, like, sometimes we just gotta step back and be the woman. Sometimes. And then for what do you need? So he wants to feel like he's in charge and you want to feel like you're in control. That is very clashy. And then you also want to feel alive. You want to feel spiritually connected to your partner, and you want to feel alive. Okay. And then what are things that we can do to lighten our relationship, to bring it together more? You got the hawk like I did, which is let spirit be your guide, and then give with gratitude and grace. So giving in the relationship. I think that's one of the things that I talked about yesterday, was like, if there's things you want changed in your relationship and like you want to go on more dates and you want to spend more time together, you need to just be like, we're going this day, this time, like now, we're going now. And then eventually when you make that a habit and he enjoys those times with you, then he'll be the one that's actually scheduling and wanting to go do things. But you also need to not block opportunities to go do things too, because I see him wanting to do spontaneous things and you just wanting to be at home. Like, you needs to be able to live in the moment and with gratitude and grace for the opportunities that come up in the relationship. And then another thing that's going to help is having patience. Like, look at this beautiful card. Having patience and reassessing things, like reevaluating what this relationship means to you. I liked, where's, one of these cards was 44. 44 is my spiritual number right now. Victory. He wants to feel in charge, but you also want to feel him in control. So that's clashy. Okay. That is your message, Miss Crystal. I've got Jen, Crystal, now Sam is next. Miss Sam. I hope that your guys are able to comment. I know that there's not very many people watching, and that's probably why I don't have a lot of comments. But the school would like me to call to tell them why Cutler is absent. It's because he's a sicko. We have Turkins on our shipment list. Sometimes they send us other birds. Hold on. But freaking Troy manifested that. Troy manifested that. Turkins. The naked neck chickens. Him and Cutler were talking about, side note, sorry guys, that they want, Cutler wants a chicken that he can name Hey Hey, and Troy researched chickens, and he thinks that, and he showed Cutler these naked neck chickens that are called Turkins, and they're, one of the things people think is they're like a mix between a turkey and a chicken. They're not. They're a chicken, and they're just naked necks, and they're hideous. But I told him no at first because I'm very controlling, and I know this, and I just don't want to upset the balance. Putting chickens in, new chickens in with old established chickens makes me really nervous. I'm very much an animal lover, and I'm really nervous that they're gonna like beat the crap out of the chickens. So I'm already nervous about putting regular chickens in there, and now you've got this weird thing. But when I was doing research, because I told him no, they're probably aggressive. They're probably aggressive because they look hideous. They're probably aggressive. And when I looked them up, they're actually the most underrated chicken, and it says to get them. They're very lovely and nice and blah, blah, blah. She says, I'm so mad at Troy right now, manifesting these stupid chickens. What's weird is we usually get a random shipment with a few Turkins, but they're supposed to be sending us 18. Mind blowing. Troy, I think one of the things that Danielle said was is he a generator, or he's, whatever Troy is for manifestation, I think he's a generator, but he's really good at manifesting stuff. So they're not even supposed to get Turkins. This is Cow Ranch. If you're in my area and you go steal my Turkins, just save me too. I appreciate her. Miss Sam. Yeah, hubby can wait. Hello, we're trying to spy on our relationship. We want to know what's going on. We are cutting cords from Crystal's spirit guides to tune into Sam's spirit guides for love and light. We would like to know what's going on in her relationship for the highest good, giving her the best spiritual message she can possibly get and receive to help her with her relationship. I'm already picking up. He usually calls later in the day. He knows. We're tapping into his energy. He's like, Sam, what's going on? I better call my wife. I'm thinking about her for some strange reason. No, go away. My My nose is itching. I'm seeing a lot of blue colors. So I would definitely make sure that we're speaking our truth in our relationship, and even making sure that he's speaking his truth, and that this keeps coming, that we're feeling heard in the relationship. Not only do you need to like say and speak your truth, but you need to help him feel heard too in what he's needing and seeking. Does he have head trauma? Did he get a concussion or something? What is the energy between us? What is the energy between us for Miss Sam? And then I have nobody after her, so if somebody else wants, sorry guys, if somebody else wants to get on the list, you can. Okay. What's the energy between us? Do I like that? Do I like that too? I'm such a nerd. That's my ego. That's not the spiritual side of me. That's my ego. I'm like, oh, yeah, that's good. Yeah, he needs to be better about expressing himself. Remember the talk that I did on vulnerability and like laying your soul on the line for the other person doesn't actually mean that you'll die for them. It means that you'll be open and honest and 100% vulnerable, that you'll share your thoughts and feelings honestly with your partner. What do I really feel about my partner? That's too many. You cannot have all you. Okay, I get it. You have all the feelings. Knock it off. So far, so good. How do I feel when we're together? Oh. What is the greatest strength of this relationship? The way you're throwing cards is crazy. Did you tell me he's had head trauma? Which one of you has head trauma? You feel like crying right now? Let it go. Let it go. That's another thing about allowing people to tune into your energy. You should be very specific with who you allow read you and who you allow tap into your energy. And because I've done energy work on you, Sam, it will be so much easier for my body to like unconsciously go and send energy work while I'm doing this. What is the biggest challenges we're going through right now? Oh, wow, that's freaking deep. You, more you. Good grief. Tap, 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 tap. You need to do more tapping on your head. What does my partner need from me? What does he need? I see a different deck. Hold on. Never gonna stop, never, never. Never gonna stop, never, never. Never gonna stop, never, never. even know if that's a song. Okay. Okay, I want to know more about why he wants that. Ah, okay. And then what does she want? Whoa. That's sweet. Okay. And then what can we do to, what steps can I take to tighten the bond? Oh wow, this is, I'm going to let you have all of these. Hello, hello. Okay, here we go. Well, let me get a drink and then we'll get into this. What is the energy between us? What is the energy between us? It's destiny. It's the happiness. It's the healing of, like yours is more generational, of building a community and building the family that we're supposed to build for the generations. It's fate. It's happiness. It's building the tribe. It's shaping and forming the legacy of your family. How do I really feel about my partner? Right now in this moment, it is talking about an attraction, a spark, passion. It's also talking about like it's either you towards it, it's you. You feel like you're pursuing the relationship, like you're really putting effort into the relationship. You're really trying to bring back the spark, the attraction. You're putting hard work into the relationship, manifesting the relationship, building the relationship. How do you feel when you're together? Yes, you feel distracted. You feel sidetracked, like there's delays in the relationship. So really work on that and making sure that he feels heard, even if like you're baiting him with the questions that you're having. Set intentions to say things that will help him speak his truth more. Be more present. What is the biggest, what is the greatest strengths of this relationship? Like this is forming a new path. I don't know if you left your family behind or he left his family behind, or it's a little bit of both, or there's like, this is forming a new path. That's what I see. I see, like, it's almost like the Fool card that I just posted and talked about in the tarot card. That's what I'm seeing in my head. And it's like, we're starting this new journey. We may not be prepared to make this new journey for our legacy, for our family, for our generations, but we're going to do it. We're going to build our family the way we want to build our family. We're going to start new traditions. We're going to do things differently. We're making our own path. Another really good strength is the bridge you create between each other and the love that you manifest together. Like it's definitely the infinity sign. It's definitely together. There's something about the way your guys' energy connects together in love that is very much a blessing. That was this one. Very pretty. And then what is our biggest challenge right now? It is dismantling outdated ways of being to get a fresh start. Again, this is forming your own path. Dismantling outdated ways of being to get a fresh start. Don't do the traditional relationship. Do the things that work for your relationship. Just because people say you have to do this in a relationship doesn't mean that's how your relationship has to be. And then what does he need? It says strength. So I definitely feel like he is having an issue with his solar plexus chakra, but he needs more strength in the relationship and more grace, so like more understanding from you in order for him to be able to release the things he needs to release. Like he needs a full opening. Like you're going to be the one that allows his heart chakra to like that. More of the new age, where you're making a new path for your legacy. It will come together. He needs your strength and your understanding in order to help him release those old patterns, those old beliefs. And what do you need in the relationship? You need to feel accepted. It literally says this: I accepted all of my quirks and uniqueness. You need to feel accepted 100% as you are, how you are, what you do, how your being is. You need to just feel fully 100% accepted, even though you do weird stuff like me. And then what can we do to strengthen the relationship? Be open to different possibilities. Be more trusting with each other. And there needs to be physical touch. So the thing that I just did last night, when I did, you need to find something that is kind of like this, or maybe, I don't know what I'm going to do, if I'm going to record it and put it on YouTube or not. But it's where I took the couples through the sound bath, and the first thing they do is they speak affirmations into each other's eyes for each other. And then the next thing they did was they tapped each other's chakra and spoke a mantra until they felt like they were clear. And then the next thing they did was they pulled energy off of each other. I don't know how open he is, but even just going to like a couple's sound bath or a sound bath together, something healing, something connecting, something that allows you guys to have like physical touch. Go get a massage together. There's something physical, not sexual, but something physical that needs to come about to help the relationship. I also feel like you guys need to take a trip without the kids, and like a trip to a cabin in the woods, a trip that's very much not about going places and doing a bunch of things, but a trip that's about getting out of the house, getting out of the house's energy, getting away from the kids' energy, and like sitting in like a cabin in the woods where you just live. You just are able to communicate, able to show affection and love. Ba-da-dum-bum-bum. That was a good one. Thank you for letting me read you. And Jen and Crystal. I still have openings. I can do a chakra reading. I can do a relationship reading if you liked that. Yes, do it, girl. If something popped into your mind, like, that's definitely your intuition telling you this is what she's talking about. I would definitely do it. I know, I don't think that I've done anything without our kids in forever. I don't know that I would trust anybody. I would probably split up the kids. I'd probably send Cutler to Danielle's. And have Crystal stay here with Connor. if I felt like taking a trip with my husband, maybe that is something that I need to do too. I hate leaving my kids, especially since Connor needs so much more like one-on-one. You know what I mean? You are so very welcome. That was a really fun one. Not that Crystal's and Jen's wasn't, but that was really fun. I am, for anybody who's just hopping on, I am doing relationship readings. So if you send 25, I think there's a pinned comment you can look at, and at the top, and then it'll show you how much, or when you popped in, you would see that it's 25, so send the 25, and then I'll do your reading now. If you liked these readings, but you want to do it privately, that is an option as well. I do have 20 spots for the month, but once those are filled up and done, I'm done with readings for the month. My husband's like, why wouldn't you do more? It's just so easy. And I'm like, because it's energy and time, and like, what I do, it's not as easy as you think it is. Like, I'm going to be airheaded and ungrounded for the rest of the day. Like, it's a lot of energy. Yeah, see, so it's not easy. So maybe that's why I was saying that. I know it's not easy, but we can and do have people that we could trust to watch our kids. And sometimes we do need that little fresh start, that little spark to be bloomed again for the relationship, especially if one of you is struggling more than the other. Like, maybe you're like, nah, we kind of don't need it, but maybe like internally his like mental health and his soul is like really needing that break and really needing you to step up and make that choice to plan that trip, you know. I think traditionally we put a lot of weight on the men to plan and do things, but I don't think a lot of men mentally are capable of doing that. They're so overwhelmed with work and stuff. Yeah, you have to take care of yourself, for sure. Like, I have my tea, I drank plenty of water, I did get good enough rest. I grounded myself beforehand, I lit the incense, and then after I'm done reading, I will go ground myself again, like walk on the pavement that's cold, and then like do some chants or mantras while I'm walking outside and it's cold, because that will ground me. And then I'll probably get on the shaker plate, because those shaker plates are not just good for like physical things, but spiritually it definitely puts you right back in your root chakra, right back in your body. So I definitely love those. I definitely love those. How are we doing? I had planned trips, but this gets in the way of them. Oh, a truck driver. That would be hard. That would be hard. Choice work is hard to take time off of too. The railroad doesn't give a lot of time off, and it's, thank goodness Connor has FMLA. Like, Troy is able to get FMLA for Connor's disability, so that he's able to stay home when, like, if I'm sick, I can't watch Connor. If Connor has an appointment, but I have the other child, like, I can't be in two places at once. Like, Connor is a one-on-one. He has to have a one-on-one parent. Like, I was on live for like 15 minutes and like he was getting into stuff he shouldn't have been getting into. It's just, sometimes he's really, 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 really good, and sometimes he's really, really, really naughty. And he chews on a lot of things. He likes eating non-food items. We're in food therapy, but he likes non-food items. We're supposed to have Cutler's first wrestling meet tonight, and I'm not sure if that's going to happen because he's got a pretty good cough. Yeah, see? If he didn't have, can he get any FMLA for that? Because we just, it's nice because they can't say anything because of the disability that our child has. It's discrimination. Like they can't say anything. They can't ask why he needed to take off, or he just calls in on a line and says, I'm taking an FMLA day, and they can't say anything because his son is disabled. It kind of sucked because the paperwork got kicked back, and it's because we had to put on the paper, we had to put that it's incurable, which is so, like, all the things that IEPs and, like, you have so many things that are in your child's disability stuff that you have to take care of, like from the state, from the insurance, there's like the therapy he has, like there's 3 different like in-depth assessments every year that we have to do. Oh, that's good. That's good. And it's just depressing. But putting that your child's got an incurable thing is like, it's just sad. But you have to remind yourself that he's happy. They're happy. They're happy. They're healthy. They're living the best life that they can live, and they don't know no different. They feel like they've got the best thing ever. Like, he gets his Lion King, he's got his phone, he's got his favorite toys, he's living a good life. So you don't look at the paperwork and you try to ignore those things, and you just say those things so that you can get the help for your child that they need with the therapies and stuff, but it's hard. Hi Pam, how are you? I am doing relationship readings. I can also do a chakra scan for 15 if you wanted me to tune into your chakras. I'm going to get off here soon. I don't know what I'm going to do. I've got 2 sick people up there. I don't want to be up there. Everybody in the house is sick. Not me. So I think that I have a couple people trying to schedule Reikis, and I probably won't schedule Reikis this week just because I don't know who's going to be homesick and who's not going to be homesick, and I don't know what's going on with ADHD. I feel like my opinion is that ADHD is a form of autism. Like, I don't feel like they should be separate. They're like on the same disability, but autism's like on this side and ADHD's on this side, but they're on like the same line, if that makes sense. Yes, we're hoping for healing. Everybody's on antibiotics, and we're hoping that they all get feeling better. Apparently there's a lot of strep going around. Troy doesn't normally get super sick. So the fact that he's down, I'm like, eee. Oh, perfect, Nettie. That will work for me. Yeah, it's just crazy. Life is crazy. It's hard too with the AD, because I think Cutler, so my son that's autistic is Connor, and he's 7, and then the other one is 5, but he's like totally on the other side of the spectrum, and I feel like he has ADHD, and it's the same thing but like in a different form. Like, he overtalks and has to be overactive and like needs a lot of reassurance and a lot of like validation, and he cannot focus his mind. But I don't want to put him on medicine because that dulls their spirit, but I also don't want him later on in life to be like, I don't know, maybe when he can make that decision. But it just takes away their personality, and I hope that I can help him adapt and accept himself fully and find ways that work with him. That's why I think getting him into sports might help. He's just very, very active. Very active. Hello, hello. Welcome in. I am doing relationship readings for 25, and then I'm also doing chakra scans For 15, I'll tune into your energy and give you a reading on what I feel in your chakras. I like how you can kind of see my pants, my pajama pants. I was not putting clothes on. Not if I'm gonna be stuck catering to the sick people in the house. Yeah, see, and that's a possibility. So, like, I'm not like shooting down the idea of him doing meds. I just would hope to find natural ways for him to do it. But I also know I'm open to the possibility of if he can't focus and he can't function, I have to be okay with the fact that he has to be on medication. It's so hard. So hard. Let me know when you're back, Miss Nettie. Let me know when you're back. I see that you paid. And how old is the one that you see? And Cutler's only 5, so it's not necessarily. I don't think his teacher's seeing the hard time yet. But Cutler's also a manipulator in his school, and he sits by girls, and he has them do his work. He has them do his work. He's like the shortest kid in the class. He's super cute, but he's like the shortest kid. Oh, it's too much. Yeah, see? I don't want them to fail at school. She's 16 now. Yeah, see? So that's perfect, because then she can be like, I need it, Mom. I need it. Like, Cutler, he don't know no different. Okay. Woohoo! Miss Nettie. So I want you to get in a comfortable position. As comfortable as you can get if you're working or whatnot, but just take a few deep breaths and acknowledge that you're allowing me to step into your energy for your highest good only. And let's see what I feel. I will turn on a little bit of, I think I have some music. I've been liking the fire energy. Would you stop with that? It won't let me get to the fire. It's being... almost done. I knew you were at work. That's why I said it's okay if you can't. Just take a deep breath. Okay. So, your crown chakra, it's probably just because you're at work, but it felt very distracted and very slow. So I did a little bit of energy work while I was scanning the chakras to pull energy in. So make sure you're drinking water. So I tried to speed up that crown chakra. So that's our connection to our faith. That's our connection to the divine and spiritual messages that we receive. So I just wanted to make that more even. And then our third eye is beautiful. It's open, it's receiving, we're trusting in our intuition, like I loved it, was happy with our third eye. Yes, I am, Amanda. And then our throat chakra, when I got to our throat chakra, we're pulling down at the left and in the front. So this left is something to do with our divine feminine. Something to do with something that's emotionally going on with us right now. And then, like I said, I wrote down fear of speaking your truth towards whatever this is, related to divine feminine, related to fear, related to emotions that are going on right now. So I tried to lift that up a little bit. And then your right shoulder it felt like an old injury. It didn't really feel like a physical thing. I mean, like an emotional or spiritual issue. So I definitely just kind of went with the energy there because that's not something I can work on too much. I wanted to see what was going on with stuff like an old injury. We can definitely work on in sessions, but it wasn't exciting to me. So I feel like there was some sort of old injury in that right shoulder. And then your heart is struggling. I would say your heart chakra is probably your worst chakra right now. I tried to pull some energy down into your heart chakra to fix what I felt was the left side was overcompensating for the right side of your heart chakra. And then when I did that, and then I felt like your right side wasn't working. And I was like, what in the world? So I would definitely work with the colors green, pink. I would work with meditating with the heart chakra. I would work with heart chakra affirmations, yoga poses, healing practices, breath work, self-love, practicing gratitude. I've got like a heart chakra. I've got all the chakra posters up, so I was trying to read over there. Your solar plexus did have some trapped fear, guilt, shame, or resentment stuck in there. So like some old stuff stuck in there. So that's something we can always work on healing in the future. Like you can do that with writing letters to purge whatever situation that was that is towards that energy. And then your root chakra just felt like you just gave me butterflies. It was a good vibe. So I don't know if that's like ancestral energy is coming in super strong right now for you, or I don't know, something weird was with the root chakra, which that's like your foundation, your safety, your security. I also was like, is she moving? Like it just felt like a big transition, and we're excited about it, and it was manifesting in the root chakra. So I would work with your two biggest ones, I would say, is working on your heart chakra and helping heal that part, and then like the speaking the truth about whatever it is that you're holding in. The relationship reading, I don't know if you got out and saw what it, that you know of, Nettie, that you know of. It could have been one while you were growing up, while you were playing basketball or sports. It could have been one when you were even younger than that. Feels like a very old thing. Fell during sledding or skiing or just a fall in general. There's just like something old in that. We could also look it up too. Right shoulder. And see if something emotional goes with that. Maybe it's just an emotionally old wound. QRS. Shoulder. Right shoulder. What situation am I being the authority over that I'm really not supposed to control? What will it take to meet the pressing requirements and meet my inner needs as well? And what will it take to return others' responsibilities back to them in a kind way, regardless of how they may react? I'll say those again one more time. Maybe it's an old emotional wound. But what situation am I being the authority over that I'm not really supposed to control? What would it take to meet the pressing requirements and meet my inner needs as well? And what will it take to return others' responsibilities back to them in a kind way, regardless of how they may react? The readings are specifically towards a relationship, which is kind of interesting. I don't feel like it's the same as what you just got, because the questions for the reading are, what's the energy between us? How do I really feel about my partner? How do I feel when we're together? What's the greatest strength of the relationship? What's the biggest challenge we're going through right now? What does my partner need from me? What do I need from my partner? And what steps can I take to tighten our bond? But you also don't have to get one. I'm not one to force. If you feel like it would give you the same energy and advice, that's okay too. I'm gonna make like some sort of chicken and rice thing for dinner. That just popped into my head. Was somebody thinking about what they're gonna make for dinner? Why y'all sending that to me? I do have time, yeah. So it's just 25. I did mine and I almost cried. I was like, oh my gosh, that's so spot on. Mine was more in a positive light. A couple of them have been like a little bit meh. Sam got a really nice one too. So it's just whatever spirit wants from you. Do you want me to do it live, Amanda? I could do it right now. I wonder if that made sense with Nettie. Thank you for letting me tune into your energy, Nettie. That was fun. I wonder if you felt the energy work while I was doing it, or if you were too distracted by what you're doing. Can you send me a picture of the description of the right shoulder later? You don't have to leave. I trust you. So there, most of you guys, like if you were a new person hopping on here, I would make you pay. But I know Amanda's gonna pay me. Same thing. I know that Sam's gonna pay me. I know that Crystal's gonna pay me. I know, like, so far everybody's like my peoples. Ugh. My camera thing is always dirty. Maybe I should take a picture of the whole page. Gotcha, Miss Nettie. Gotcha, girl. I cannot believe they're getting chickens. When we asked Cow Ranch, they were like, "Moo, we don't normally get those." That's not like, and the order, I guess when you order chickens, you need to put the order in at Cow Ranch by December. Like, we don't know that. We're your first time chicken people. He also wants some Isa Browns. God, he's such a nerd. Okay. Let's do Miss Amanda's. Thank you. We want to tune into Miss Amanda's energy. Ask that her spirit guides of love and light step forward, that her ancestors of love and light step forward, that they help my spirit guides give her the best message possible for her relationship. Yeah, they've been laying eggs for like, he does have a heat plate in there though. They've been laying eggs for, you know, when we got that cold front, that's when they started laying eggs. It makes no sense. So we get 1 to 2 eggs at least like every day, but there are, like they missed, when I went and checked, they missed that day, which makes no sense. So they only love Troy, apparently. Troy is the master of all chickens. And the rooster is becoming so spoiled by Troy that he's not liking the rest of us. Because Troy brings him treats all the time. Like, ridiculous. I made brownies yesterday with some of the eggs. You just cannot... The eggs that come from chickens are so delicious. The ones that come from the store, it's just not the same. Well, do you make money off of your chickens? Will it ever like justify the cost? If you think about your health and how delicious the food is, yeah. But you never like make your money back by not just buying the eggs from the store. It's more about your health and sustainability and stuff. I don't have to go to the store, which is nice. Okay. Miss Amanda, what is the energy between us? This relationship. Another person that's going to throw the cards on the floor. That is so not nice. Wow, interesting. So I pull the cards, and then at the end I tell you the reading of the relationship. Isn't that exciting? You have to get to them quick though, because you don't want them to freeze. So they were doing it in the cold front, and a couple of them were frozen because I hadn't checked because I didn't know that they were laying. How do I really feel about my partner? How do I really feel about my partner, Miss Amanda? How does Miss Amanda? How do I feel when we're together? That was aggressive. What? Do I need another card for that? Let's do one more. Just, okay. Probably shouldn't have done that, but you made me nosy. What is the greatest strength of your relationship? Ooh. What is the biggest challenge? What does he need from her? This is very similar to Sam's. What does she need from him? And what steps can they take to come together and bond more? I like that. Oh, the turtle keeps coming up a bunch. Okay, I am ready. I have pulled the cards. Yeah, the friend that I did, Rooster, that I did her reading, her chickens died, and it was really, really cold. They were freezing. I think I want to get 3 Easter eggers, 2 turkeys, and I don't know, he's talking about this one that lays the biggest eggs, blah, blah, blah. Troy is a chicken dad, apparently. So, Miss Amanda, this is an interesting one. I like this. That's Connor's therapist. And then I'm going to get back into the live so that I can see my comments. In case, because some of them come on here and some of them don't. Okay. What's the energy between us? Your relationship comes from a higher power, directed by a higher power for your highest good, for your highest purpose. This is to help with your line, your soul's journey of unfinished business. Like, this relationship allows you to heal and finish things that needs to be finished. This relationship allows a lot of justice in whatever's happened in your past lives, in your family's lines. Like, this relationship brings justice and peace and a higher purpose. How do I really feel about my partner? There is something that you're longing for. There's something that you're craving. There's something that you're aching for in the relationship that you're not receiving currently. When I'm with him, like, how do I feel when we are together? There's like two sides. It's very bipolar. This is very lusting, very forbidden love, very, you see it, very but also stressed. Like, it's either on or it's not. Like, it's on or it's not. It's on or it is not. And then this one is, what's the biggest strength, like the greatest strength in our relationship? This was the one that gave me chills. It's the shadow work that you guys do. It's the acceptance of the entirety of the souls of each other. You accept the darkest, most forbidden, most like unaccepted parts of each other that no one ever accepts. You accept those parts. You are each other's key. Like, you are the key to each other's happiness. You are the key to each other's growth. Like, this is what is the biggest challenge in this relationship? Extinguishing doubt by having open communication. Sorry, I've got a ring light up there. The lighting in here is not great. Open communication. This has come up in several of the readings. It's all about when you lay your soul on the line, you don't die for the other person, but you are completely 100% vulnerable, 100% honest, 100% sharing with, committed to that person. We have to make sure that they feel heard. We always feel unheard, but that's how they feel too. So we have to make sure that we're actively listening, putting away the phone when they're talking to us, and eye contact. Look at them. Show them that you're engaged, even if they're talking about something stupid like politics. I hate politics. Look at them. Engage. Say a couple things. Add to the conversation. Like, make them feel heard. Create a pattern of healthy communication. If you guys get triggered, write down the trigger and come back to the conversation later and say, I was really triggered by this, or you seemed really triggered by this, and I was wondering, is there something in the past that could relate to this? Is there something that we can figure out how to, like, what is the root of the problem so that I know how not to trigger you in this way again? Or, like, how can we work on it together as a team? But there needs to be open conversation, vulnerability. Everybody in the conversation needs to feel heard. what does my partner need from me? So you got the exact same cards that Sam just got about the, like hers was he needed strength and understanding in order to release. His, he needs vulnerability, understanding in order for him to release what's holding him back. He also needs healthier habits in his health, like his health. So like, I don't know if we're not cooking healthy things or if we're going out to eat a lot, or I don't know what it is around health, but he needs you to make the home healthier. And then you in the relationship, you need to, he needs to reassure you more. That's what you're needing. You're needing more reassurance so that you can let go of regrets and so that you can let go of fears and worrying. Like he needs to be actively saying things that help you release those worries. What steps can we take to tighten our relationship? Being spontaneous, doing things spontaneously. If you guys get a wild hair and like he says, hey, let's go do this, and you're like, no, I'm in my pajamas, I ain't got no bra on, I don't want to go. Or if it's the other way around and he don't want to go, I don't care. Whoever's being spontaneous, the other person needs to be like, yeah, let's do it, because some blessing's going to happen and it's going to allow you guys to come together. Be at peace with each other and be fully accepting of each other. It kind of like crafting together. Crafting together comes to my mind. And creating healthy patterns. This is the second time health has come up. Create healthy patterns to build those roots and foundation for you and your relationship and your family. It's a very creepy but cool card. Ancestral energy, enlightenment energy, new beginnings energy, lineage energy. Are you still there, Amanda, or did you run away? You're like, I've had it. This is too much. I really love the fact that you guys, that is so creepy and cool, the shadow work togetherness thing. I don't see any of your comments. Maybe you were just taking it all in, fully invested. That was different than the other reading I did, correct? I was very focused on relationship. Okay, perfect. Are you alive? Are you okay? Did that resonate? Are we here for it? Are we running away? Soaking it all in. Oh. Well, good. I really liked it. I feel like that was another good one. Good. I don't get into relationship readings often. I don't like to meddle, and so sometimes when spirit like brings up relationships and stuff, I tend to try to stay out of it, unless I feel like it's like a safety issue, and then I'll say something. But I figured for Valentine's month, this is like the relationship month. This is the embracing and loving all of our awkwardness and all of ourselves and our partners, that this would be a good month to offer it, but I probably won't offer it after like you'll have to wait till next February. So if you really liked this reading and you rewatched this, just message me. I do have 20 spots open for the readings. I needed to hear mine. I'll probably have to go back and rewatch it because I recorded the video to show you guys, but I needed to hear mine. It does bring me a lot of peace, a lot of friendship, a lot of love. There's a lot of hope, a lot of manifestation. We are soulmates. We bring each other into balance. He does make me feel like home. I wouldn't want to be without him, but man, does he piss me off. Man, does he piss me off. Yeah, see, I don't offer it a lot. I don't like to meddle, and I don't like a couple of these readings, it made me feel bad because like feeling disconnected, feeling alone, feel like I don't want you guys to feel like that. So I'm very empathic. So if I feel like that's how your relationship is, then I feel really bad. And I don't want you to be in a relationship that makes you feel like that. But I do know that there's balance and that the message is for your highest good and to help you make the best decisions and moving forward in the relationship to come back together. So I don't know. I just don't. I'm not a big fan of relationship readings, but this one, I'm okay with this. I feel like I should save this layout. I like this layout. I'll probably take a picture of this and print it out with the layout that I have. Like I got this spread online. I really liked this. And then with my specific oracle cards, it works really well. I feel like it just connected perfectly. I was also getting some ideas for the spring equinox readings because when we did the event, it was really fun, but we were all pulling generalized readings for people, and I want it to be more, they're getting different advice from each table that they go to with me, Danielle, and Crystal. So your spring energies, what needs decluttered, what are you planting, what needs nurtured, what's blooming. So I want to do something with the effect that, like, here's the seeds you're planting. Why is that inverted? Have you ever read backwards? Where am I out? What? Why would it do that? That's confusing. Maybe when I made the picture smaller, I flipped it. Well, that's dumb. Something you've been planting in the hopes of growth, what you need to do to cultivate it, how it is blossoming, what you need to let go of. Like, I'm probably the reader that you would go to get the what would you need to let go of, because I'm always the tough love kind of girl. So that's probably mine. And then Crystal, maybe she's the one you would go to get what are the seeds that you're needing to plant. And then maybe Danielle's the one, what is blossoming or blooming, or how do we embrace the growth or something like that, if that makes sense. Something like that is what I'm envisioning, so that it's more cohesive. And that's next month. The layout was seriously really great, so I agree with you. Thank you. I love it. I could hear things that were hard because I know they're... Yeah, communication. Communication is hard for everybody. Like, you're not the only one. Most of it, like, that's what this book has been, like, beating into our heads, is communicate better. Communicate better. Communicate better. Like, show love and gratitude. You are the one that creates the healthy patterns. Like, if your partner can't right now, if you put in the work and you, like, show them how that you're leading with love, eventually it'll kickstart their noggin to lead with love too, and to communicate more effectively. Like, I want to make sure that we all argue with our spouses. And we all argue in different ways. Some people get too angry, some people cry and it's too hard to talk to them, some people shut down completely. Like, we need to be able to separate, feel our feelings, and come back together and communicate how it made you feel. And you need to be open to how he felt. Like, not only were your feelings hurt, but his feelings were hurt too. So you can't just come into the situation like, you are wrong 100%. I am right 100%. That's going to get you nowhere. You can't be constantly thinking about, what am I going to say next? No, because this, you did, like, no. That's not how the conversation is going to work. That's not a healthy habit. You need to be able to really hear what he's saying, focus on it, take a deep breath, and rebuttal. Say, I understand. You have to make sure that they feel heard. I understand how you feel. That would really upset me if that's how I felt like I was being treated too. And then say, it really triggered me because, and if you don't even know, I don't even know why it triggered me, but it did, and I'm willing to work on it because I don't want to make you feel that way. Like, you know what I mean? It just, you have to be vulnerable. Nobody's perfect. Nobody is perfect. Every relationship's going to be hard. You have to work on yourself and figure out what your triggers are, how you can heal your triggers so that you're not triggered by the silliest of things with your partner. Like, that's, you both can come together and heal and love each other completely and wholly 100% for who they are. The biggest thing holding you back in your relationships are you. It's the unhealed parts of you. It's the triggered parts of you. You have to figure out what triggers you in order to come together closer. You have to be willing to put in the work. You really do. It's easy. Oh, it will be so easy to just quit. It would be so, I'm not saying that everyone has to stay together. Obviously, if there's harm, quit. Like, don't put your safety or your health at risk. But it would be so easy to quit and just be done. But it's so much more rewarding. You have put in all that time and that love. There was a reason you picked that person. Find that again. Work on that again. Work on yourself. And when you work on yourself and healing yourself and finding your triggers and what's going on with you and your mental health and your emotional healing and your spiritual connection, when you come back into the relationship and you really put effort into it, you'll be able to communicate more effectively. You'll be able to love more effectively. How is that person going to show you love when you can't even love yourself? Like, when they see the way you treat yourself. I don't know. There's a lot to unpack there. There's a lot. 1044. That's my lucky number. 44. 44. That's my sign from the goddess that I'm working with. And I love that she's always with me and she's helping me and she's guiding me. And she's very motherly. And I like working with the Divine Feminine because it is very healing. Self-care and love. I think that I'm done. I need to pee. If you're somebody who missed out on these readings and you really want one, I am going to go live again tomorrow, so you can get on the live tomorrow. I'm doing chakra scans for 15, they're usually 20, and I'm doing the relationship readings, which I do not do this all year round. Like, ask the people. I do not do this. I do not like relationship readings. This one I'm okay with. I'm okay with doing that this month, but I don't want to meddle in your relationship next month, okay? So if you want to private message me, I can also get you on the list for 25, and then I'll just message you all of the things with the relationship that it pulls. I'll send you the pictures of the cards, and then I'll probably send you voice memos or voice to text, which kind of makes me seem stupid sometimes because it misspells everything. But I love you guys, and I hope you have a beautiful day, and I hope you enjoyed your relationship reading if you got it. And I'll see you on live tomorrow, or in Messenger, you can message me. Bye, guys. Have a good day. Bye.